So Christmas is coming early this year. We're gonna check that list when it go up on that wall for voting, and we're gonna check it twice. And we're gonna find out who's been out here nice.
Yeah. I said it's joy that I have. The world didn't give it. The world didn't give it to me. I said it's joy that I have.
Hello and welcome back to this channel, House of Nicole. Please like, share, and subscribe and comment below, because if you go through some of the videos that I've done in the past, we talk about issues that are not typically talked about on mainstream media. We have some very interesting topics that I would love for you to go check out and give your opinions on. Not going to hold you. I don't believe in doing that. So we're going to jump right into the topic of today. There is a lot of controversy. There is a lot of uproar that is going on in the state of New York and also Chicago. And rightfully so. A lot of citizens of these states are tired and are very weary, upset due to the fact that they feel as if people from other countries are coming in, taking over, getting resources that they have paid into in terms of taxes. Neighborhoods are getting vandalized. You name it. I'm sure you've seen it all over the various platforms and news cycles. So we just want to dive into the cause of it, things that people do not talk about. Now, I always seem to look at a different perspective when it comes down to the whens and the whys and the whats. And so that's what we're going to discuss today. Just want to give a shout out to everyone who has looked at my content and my station. Hopefully we will continue to bring forth knowledge, understanding, conversation of the things that are going on in the world around us. So please, if you can, just take your remote control and press like. You can even press dislike. You can share it with people. That's what we want to do, is get the conversation started. So let's talk about Brandon Johnson and Eric Adams. These are two mainstream mayors that have really jumpstart their career in terms of becoming the mayor of these Democratic states. I thought about something when Chicago started having all of this turmoil within their city, in the city of Chicago. I started thinking about stuff, and as I look at different content creators, I have a lot of favorite content creators that I look at. I noticed that a lot of content creators and news cycles will mention that these states that are experiencing these turmoils are sanctuary cities. They voted for this. They brought it into pass. They voted for these mayors, and these mayors made promises to them. And when I started hearing that, Chicago has been a Democratic state for, it's been an extensive amount of time, I thought about Good Times. And I believe that it was filmed in Chicago, and, just looking out of the window. And, they came from, it was a black family who stuck together, who went through all types of adversities, and in the midst of that they still stayed strong. But they were in Chicago and they had it hard. That there was an episode where the Evans family had invited one of their neighbors to their house, and they found out that the neighbor had been eating dog food to survive, to live. they had their reservations in wanting to eat what the lady had brought. I believe that she made a meatloaf, and they were kind of questioning, like, I wonder what's in the meatloaf. I wonder if there's dog food. I don't know. You know, they were reluctant of eating that meatloaf. And it's a comedy show, but it talked about real life issues that was going on in the city of Chicago. So with that being said, it brings us to 2024. A lot of citizens, as the lady spoke at the last city council meeting, how everyone came up and expressed their frustrations and concerns. And one thing that I noticed about Mayor Johnson is that he just stands there like this. It's like these people are saying all of this anger, that they're bringing forth all of their anger and their frustration, and he just sits there. And it's like he has programmed himself. If you really take notice, he has a blank look on his face. He has braced himself for all of the adverse conversations that come to him. With him and Eric Adams, that there is a big reward waiting at the end of this for them. Which is why at the beginning of this particular video, I always put in scriptures. And it says, what profits a man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? And then I put in another verse that says, the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of it. We need money to survive. We need money to do things and to live in a modern society. We need money. But to love it more than you love yourself, to love it more than you love people, to be willing to sacrifice people in order for you to gain, that's evil. And so I believe that looking at the climate of today's situation in both New York and in Chicago, that these two individuals, these two brothers, have sold their people out. The very people who got them into office, the very people who took their monetary resources to help push their agenda and push their campaign, not knowing that they were going to take a knife and push it in their sides. And that's what they are dealing with on today. So without further ado, just got some really quick snippets. That's really all I had to say. I would ask that you go back and check the video that I posted about what they don't want you to know about this election, because it kind of ties it all in. How this particular environment that we're living in, with immigration and with billions on top of hundreds of billions of dollars overseas, and we're not even helping those who are inside of the United States, those people who have fought for this country, the people who ancestors have built this country. America is what it is today because of free labor. You know, the veterans who fought for this country deserve housing. I mean, you have all types of opinions out there today, but we have to take care of home first, and we are being neglected as a nation. It's not that people don't want to work. As a matter of fact, I worked for a food bank for many years, and I met families that were working 3 and 4 jobs and still had to come through the line to get food. It's not that people are lazy. You have a small percentage of people that think that they don't have to work for a living. You have a small percentage of people like that. But for the vast majority of Americans, for the vast majority of Black Americans, we work, and we work hard. And so does every other American that get up every morning and push a clock or make it happen for them and their families. I don't buy it. And you have to look deeper into the situation before bringing up hurtful things that are untrue. So without further ado, I just wanted to touch on this. Let's just watch a few clips and then I'll be back with the finishing touch.
You know, this is a global crisis. You know, the policies that are impacting population shifts around the globe is affecting us all. These are asylum seekers. These are not illegal people. The moment they step ground on American soil, they are now officially protected by international law.
Why are black people in Chicago and some communities so angry? Why is all this kind of anti-immigrant sentiment coming up? And I want to explain to folks, it's because if we cared as much about black people and had over the decades as we do about everyone else, we wouldn't be here.
Tonight, New York City's mayor pushing back on criticism of a new $50 million program to hand out prepaid debit cards to migrant families.
We need to dispel the rumor that we gave American Express cards to everyone.
Adams insisting the prepaid cards would curb the cost of inefficient food distribution that has led to expensive food waste, potentially saving taxpayers roughly $7 million a year. Adding the cards can only be used for food and baby supplies, with a limit of up to $1,000 per month for a family of 4.
If this is successful, we're going to expand it even more.
The pilot program drawing immediate criticism, including from rapper 50 Cent, who went on to social media to vent his frustration, writing, "Maybe Trump is the answer."
I told 50 Cent to hit me up. I would love to explain it to him.
And over the weekend, Texas Governor Greg Abbott joining the choir of criticism while on Fox News, calling the program insanity.
It may be the most reprehensible thing that I've seen take place over the past 48 hours.
It's the latest effort by New York City officials to deal with the ongoing migrant surge. More than 173,000 migrants and asylum seekers have arrived in New York City since the spring of 2022. Both the New York Democratic governor and the mayor have been pleading for federal support, insisting the city is at a breaking point.
This has hurt us. And where the White House needs to make adjustments.
The move as the search continues for migrants who were caught on camera attacking 2 New York City police officers last month. 7 suspects were arrested and 6 of those were released without bond. Police say they believe at least 6 more people were involved.
Get them all and send them back. You don't touch our police officers.
Governor Kathy Hochul now publicly challenging Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, saying she believes none of the migrants should have been released without bond.
An assault on a police officer means that you should be sitting in jail.
Bragg defending his decision while condemning the attack, saying he didn't request bail out of caution, adding he needed to send the right people to jail.
The video is the start of the process, not the end. We will continue to work to identify all those responsible and will hold them accountable for their specific roles.
There you go. You heard it for yourself. These are older news broadcasts. However, the same issues are still going on today. If anything, more money has been requested to house these immigrants, these migrants, whatever you want to call it. And I do see the frustration on all sides, but trust me, it is much bigger than what we even know. So I implore you again to go back to my other video about the importance of this coming election. I will put that at the end of this video so you can just click on it, and it has some information. Make you want to go and do some extra research of things that you may not have known so that you will know how to prepare moving forward. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And I will see you in the next video. God bless.
The world didn't give it. The world it didn't give it to me. I said this joy that I have. The world didn't give it, the world it didn't give it to me. I got this joy up in my heart, cause joy lives in me. Keeping praise on my mind, cause the world didn't give it to me.